moments away from the start of the 41st annual Amoco Knoxville Nationals. You're right in the middle of the four-abreast salute to the fans. This packed grandstand of 40,000 getting set for the race for the richest purse in all of sprint car racing. Earlier today, I spoke to Jimmy Carr, crew chief for Donny Lasoski, who told me keep an eye on the tires. If the Hoosiers have to deal with the yellow flag situation, they will seal over, and that is the end of the Hoosier tire. The Hoosiers need to see this one go from green to checker. Donny Schatz, however, late last night told me, Ralph, I'm not sleeping well, I'm not eating well, but I've never been so focused in my entire life. This is going to be a tremendous race. Let's go upstairs to Eli Gold and one of the newest members of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Way to go, Brad Doty.
All right, Ralph, thank you. As we are set now for the look at the Mopar starting grid for the A-Main. Mopar, parts for Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Jeep vehicles from the dealerships that sell and install them. Donny Schatz, he's been the man all week. Donny Lasoski, though, knows this track as well as anybody. Take a look and see how your favorite has done throughout the course of the week to earn a starting spot. No more time to adjust, Brad Doty. We're down to the final 30 laps for $125,000 to win it all.
Pays $5,000 just to take the green flag.
There you see the final four starters advancing from the B. Glad you're with us on TNN for the finals of the Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. Donny Schatz goes around. Donny Schatz goes around on the very start of the race, and he tags the wall and gets hit from behind by Brad Furr. And we've got caution. Donny Schatz, he was the man all weekend long. He went into turns 1 and 2, and the car never hooked up. He just slid all the way around. Then Brad Furr in that 2F with the new paint scheme came plowing into the rear.
Boy, I don't know. It looks like he just got in there and misjudged, got in the middle of the racetrack where it was slicker than he thought and just turned the car around. It was a horrible start. I bet they would have brought this one back anyway. Donny Lasoski wasn't able to stay with Schatz on the start. I think they would have brought this back anyway, and Donny went in there and it looks like to me, from what I saw, he just lost it in the middle and spun around.
He just lost it. We talked at the outset of our telecast, the pent-up emotion of the drivers who are in the A sitting around for 3 hours waiting for the start. Bobby Gerald, unbelievable start.
It was unbelievable, guys. We were checking out the tire compound choices of all the drivers out here, and Donny Schatz was one of 2 drivers that was on a little harder compound. Brad Doty, he went with a 14-15, which is like the old Goodyear 25C. He, along with Sammy Swindell, were the only 2 drivers in the field to go with that tire that is just a little bit harder. Is it possible that he got in there with a cold tire that hadn't warmed up yet, Brad?
That is very possible. I'm sitting up here looking out at the racetrack. There's some grooves in the racetrack. Maybe something broke that turned him around. The car might have dropped down and spun him around. But yes, it could have been. I mean, that tire's not extremely hard, but the first lap, he might have just got in a little bit too hard. We're going to get a replay here.
And just watch, he's the pole sitter.
There was that ragged start. I bet they would have brought it back anyway. Watch when he goes in here.
Nobody will touch him. And around he goes. It never even hooks up.
Well, but right there, you can see those grooves in the racetrack. That's what I was talking about. I don't know whether the car being full of fuel was just too low, but it looks to me like definitely the car bottomed out. Then you see the left rear tire's flat. I don't know if that was flat as he went in the corner. Maybe that peeled off, and there's the tremendous hit
from Brad Furr.
And that's the one, as a driver, your head goes back and it slaps the back of the roll cage, and anytime you hit the back of your head, it can knock you off, knock you out, and boy, you see he's stunned right there.
And then 33 gallons of methanol begin to spew forth. And this is live. You see Donny Schatz being taken directly into the ambulance. Clearly stunned. A massive, massive hit from the rear. We do see him moving there, which certainly is a good sign. But after a shocking turn of events, again, watch it here, another angle. There he's already gone, but you'll watch the green paint car, the 2F. There's Furr. He'll be in the right of your screen. I don't believe he ever even got off the gas pedal.
Okay, now what, right there is. Now watch as he goes in the corner. Yeah, the left rear's off. The left rear tire came off right there.
The left rear is off the car.
The left rear tire. Now, we talked about this in Charlotte early in the year. A lot of these guys are running the beadlocks on the outside of the left rear. I talked to Stevie Smith's dad, the crew chief. They've always run them on the outside. They said they were going to start putting them on the inside. They've never had a problem before. I used to always run them on the inside because you couldn't keep them on.
Go over that again for folks who are new to the Pennzoil world of outlaws, a beadlock.
Okay, it sandwiches the bead. It just basically bolt right. Well, he's got his hubcap on here, but there's a ring of bolts there that squeezes the tire so it can't come off the rim. Well, they're running them on the outside of the left rear. Well, that leaves the inside of the rim vulnerable. So when they go in the corner, the car wings down and it peels the inside of the tire off the rim. There it is. There's the ring. All those bolts, that sandwiches the bead of the tire to the rim. Now, they run it on the outside of the left rear, a lot of guys do, and they do that so if there's contact, it's a little tougher. You know, it might not skin the wheel up or flatten the tire. But when it's on the outside like that, that's when you get in trouble at a high-speed place like this. But definitely that wasn't Donny Schatz' fault. When he went in that corner, the left rear tire peeled off.
A remarkable turn of events on the opening lap. The other competitors shocked as well. We are back. The restarts here at the A-Main, the feature of the Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. They have taken Donny Schatz to the area hospital, the same hospital where Johnny Herrera went earlier, and the word is that he has suffered a broken shoulder. Remember, we saw him flexing that injured wing, and he does have a broken shoulder. Meanwhile, back at the tail end of the field, Steve Kinzer and Craig Delansky, both of them stopped on the racetrack as part of the accident, had to be pushed around to the work area. They are placed at the back of the field for the restart. And Mark Kinzer challenges. And we have got one car flipping. That's going to be the 7 right there. We have spoken moments ago of Craig Delansky, and he will bring out the caution, and now the red flag yet again. Craig Delansky with problems going into turn number 1 on the second attempted start of this A-Main.
Craig got on the cushion and bicycled, what we call bicycle, got up on 2 wheels, seemed to save it for a minute, but it came down, took a bounce, and drove right in the wall and turned over. Part of that problem might be the track slicking spots, and they might have tightened it up, you know, which means pushing the right rear tire in closer to the body of the car, and it was too tight when he got up into the cushion.
6 wins this year in races sanctioned by the World of Outlaws, the Gum Out Series, and All-Stars, but he will not win the Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. It's been one of those nights tonight. We've still got 30 laps of racing for $125,000 for the winner. We will try to restart the A-Main when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. The Knoxville Raceway packed to capacity as per usual for the Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. There's a great view from overhead here at the Marion County Fairgrounds. Eli Gold, Brad Doty, Dave Argabright, Bobby Gerald, Lisa Chalenza, and our host for the evening, Ralph Shaheen, who has seen many a Knoxville Nationals, and I dare say it's been a while since we've seen the pole sitter go spinning into the wall and to an area hospital on lap number 1.
Yeah, boy, it's been a wild night. Let's hope they can go green now for 30 laps and put on a good show here.
Front row, Mark Kinzer in the 5M and Danny Lasoski in the white number 20. Lots of body work and bumping behind him, and that time we will go green into the corner. Lasoski gets the jump on everybody. And here they come charging off the corner for the first time. 1 lap down, 29 to go, and Lasoski trying to set sail and leave Mark Kinzer behind. Further back, Sammy Swindell, middle of the pack, losing some positions as you ride with Jeff Shepard. He is in 9th. 4th place, Stevie Smith there in the black 19. McCarl, who knows his way around this track as well as anybody, he's running right there with Stevie in the battle for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, Terry McCarl, many laps track champion here. Is going to get a run on him. He makes the pass down the front straightaway.
So McCarl would like to make the Nationals his 32nd career 410 win here at Knoxville.
See Stevie Smith jumping the cushion there a little bit. Look at Danny Lasoski. There's a big lead.
A second and a half. And a car wrenched by Kenny Woodruff, who first came to the Nationals back in 1977 with Jimmy Boyd. And look at that spread. 1 6/10 seconds. Then 2 seconds back to third place Saldana. A second further back to McCarl and then Smith. Here further back, the U2 of McMahon trying to cut inside of Schaefer and the Viper in 11H. Paul McMahon sliding it into the corner and back onto the main straightaway out of turn number 4. So he'll make the move, holding the 11H of Schaefer behind.
There from the in-car camera, you can see a little bit of that shine. That's the slippery parts of the racetrack where you see the dark brown dirt. That's where they can try to keep their tires. And you see Mark Kinzer closing in just a little bit on Danny Lasoski.
What you don't see, though you will in a second, is Lasoski has caught the tail end of the field. They'll be closing in on those at the back of the field and begin to deal with some race traffic.
This seems odd to see Danny Lasoski on the top, Mark Kinzer on the bottom.
Isn't that a reversal?
Now, Danny's been running the bottom down in 3 and 4. Mark Kinzer closing in on him, moves up right there in that brown, trying to get a hold. Actually lost some ground there to Lasoski.
There's the dude, 7-time track champion here, working inside Dennis Moore Jr. in that 71. 9 laps done, 21 to go. Lasoski just ram rides it around the Knoxville Raceway. Again, race traffic always a factor. Lasoski awfully stout, though. Awfully strong.
All looked real loose right there. Lost some ground. Got in just a little bit too low and missed the cushion with that right rear tire. You can see Mark Kinzer, how much he gained on him.
And again, that 71 of Dennis Moore Jr.
He's not going away, is he?
No, he's not going away. And it's allowing now Kinzer to close right in behind Lasoski, who tries to use Moore as a pick. Then you've got Chesson in that green machine.
The bottom a lot faster. You can see Danny, when he went to the bottom of 1 and 2, pull away from Mark Kinzer.
There you see the differential. Lasoski in that white car right in the middle. Kinzer near to the top of the screen. Chesson, they try to bypass him to the low side, and they make the pass.
That's where Lasoski's really dominant, getting off at turn 2.
Around Darren Pittman. Putting a lap on that blue number 3. And Kinzer looked to the inside, and all of a sudden the 22 of James Chesson was there.
Boy, and he had to slide clear across the racetrack. Had to wait and wait and wait to get back up there and pick up the cushion.
Very workmanlike for Danny Lasoski. If he's got an opening, he'll take it. Otherwise, he's not forcing the issue. He'll close in on the 8H of Stewart.
For those that might be watching for the first time, I've said it so many times before, Eli, but with no rear view mirrors, no radios in these cars, especially when you're leading a race, you have no idea how close they are behind you. Danny Lasoski right now doesn't know if somebody's a car length or 10 car lengths or where Mark Kinzer is right now. You just got to run as hard as you can and get through that lap traffic.
Danny Lasoski trying to keep that man Mark Kinzer at bay. 13 laps to go as you watch the battle on the racetrack now for 6th place. The 11H of Schaefer, the U2 of McMahon, one of 3 U2s that we've had here in Knoxville this week. It's a great battle.
Yeah, these guys have been going at it the whole race, back and forth.
They're running in 6th and 7th, and look at those speeds still up there. Well over 100, 102 miles an hour. Lasoski picking his way through traffic.
But again, out of turn 2, look how dominant he is. That's where he's the fastest on the racetrack. Mark was within 4 or 5 car lengths as they went into the corner.
Around hot net, and one machine will slow on the racetrack. but no caution yet. No caution yet for Shepard. And now another machine will slow and the yellow will fly. That's Gary Madsen right there. The Australian who advanced by virtue of a top 4 finish in the B main. He will bring out the yellow, something Danny Lasoski could honestly have done without.
But he did get slowed up when Jeff Shepard spun. He did slow up quite a bit, but yeah, you don't ever want to see the yellow come out when you're leading. You could lose your rhythm, your momentum. Takes you a couple laps to kind of settle down, get back to where you feel comfortable again. You don't want to overdrive the car, especially when the racetrack's dry like this, up to a cushion.
So the dude looking for his second Knoxville Nationals win, Mark Kinzer, running in the second spot, has captured 18 victories here at Knoxville since October of 1984. And there you see the push back towards the pit for Kerry Madsen, who won here last week, but will not win the Knoxville Nationals. We're back in a moment. Getting close to the restart. 10 laps to go here at the Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. 10 laps to settle it. Danny the Dude Lasoski still showing the way, but obviously Mark Kinzer now, Brad, has a good bit of traffic to negotiate before it can get up to Lasoski.
Absolutely, with only 10 laps to go. I tell you, Danny Lasoski has just got to keep his head on straight, try to make smooth laps, be consistent, hit his line every lap.
Quickly to the pits, Bobby Gerald, what's the likelihood of these Hoosiers hooking up real well on the restart?
It should be very likely. Danny Lasoski and Mark Kinzer are on the same compound of Hoosier tire. Carl Kinzer, who switches back and forth from Goodyear to Hoosier, decided to go with a Hoosier tonight. He has on the same 12 compound that Lasoski has, so it's even ground right now, and now we're going back to lap 19 they're showing on the board, so 11 to go, but I'd say Lasoski's sitting pretty.
So the field getting set to go. Danny Lasoski had pulled away comfortably, used lap traffic to his advantage, riding with Jeff Shepard. As the field now comes off turn number 4, looking for the green from Doug Clark, and we are back underway in the Knoxville Nationals. And Lasoski jumps out. And he keeps on going, and Kinzer is caught in behind 4 lapped machines and can't get going. Mark Kinzer in major trouble. He can't get clear of race traffic.
And the big difference there, Danny Lasoski out front in clear air, clean air, getting air over top of that big wing to help plant the rear tires. Mark Kinzer, anytime you follow a car, especially into the corner, it can be a handful at times because you're not getting enough air on that top wing.
He got around Shepard. That blue machine is Darren Pittman. But right now, from first to second spot is 3.9 seconds. Lasoski, with that huge advantage on the restart, got free and clear, while Kinzer got himself stacked up behind 4 lapped machines.
Boy, that thing is, that car is not slowing down one bit. Anywhere he wants to run on a racetrack, he's getting a good bite.
He's picked up a 2nd and 1/10 in this last lap. It's now 5.08 seconds, the advantage for Lasoski, going for his 2nd Nationals win. Now Swindell slows on the back straightaway. Can Sammy make it around to the pits, or will there be a caution upcoming here? There are the Channel Lock colors. The leader goes by. Lasoski with a lead now of 6.5 seconds. It stretches to 7 seconds. But will the caution fly, or will Swindell make it around? Sammy's not going to get there, and the lead is going to evaporate as caution flies with 5 laps to go.
It looked like Sammy was trying. He got up on the berm, got up in the infield, trying to get out of the way, trying to get back to the pits, but he obviously was out of power and couldn't make it all the way around. Boy, watching Danny's car again, anytime, Eli, that you watch these cars come off the corner and you can see the front wheels just dancing, you can see a little bit of daylight under the front tires, that means that car's got good forward bite. It's still handling really well.
Good look at the racetrack. You can see how wide the racing groove has become throughout the course of the night.
Yep, that cushion way on the top is still a long way from the fence, but they do have a nice wide racetrack.
There's Johnny Herrera having returned. We told you he does have a broken shoulder from one of the accidents earlier.
That's his wife, Shannon, to his right.
Johnny still gonna struggle along to sign an autograph with his right hand while the broken left shoulder incapacitates him to the other side.
His wife looking into, can you believe this?
Hey, that's what racing's all about, too.
That kid might have the first autograph since he with a broken arm, broken shoulder.
And you see, just kind of reading lips there. He said, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Oh,
Little sore, he said, but I'm okay.
Yeah, he looks great, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, hey, he's a racer. Of course, Sammy Swindell, a question as to whether he would be healthy to race after the accident that Ralph showed you earlier, the impact with that push truck at Lernerville. That it's not been a spectacular run, but he's out here, and he had given his brother the ride. Jeff Swindell came out of retirement to sub for Sammy the last few races, and now Sammy is back. Is not going to be around to finish. He'll get a 17th place finish, potentially even a bit further back than that, but he gave it the effort you'd expect.
And you can see it in his face. I mean, Sammy, a three-time champion, and still, I mean, he wants to win this race so bad.
Green flag is in the air, and with Kinzer again caught up in traffic once more, Lasoski pulls away. The dude had a 6.5-second lead before. Laps winding down.
You see five to go there. The flagman will put out 5 fingers, and Danny Lasoski knows it. Plus, he can see that scoreboard down the back straightaway. Boy, about now is when he's going to start hearing noises. Start thinking that things are falling off this thing. It's rattling where it shouldn't be. It's vibrating where it shouldn't be.
Mark Kinzer running second. He's 3.3 seconds behind right there in the Mopar colors. Saldana running third. Stevie Smith is fourth. And McCarl is running in fifth. But the only man who's mattering right now is that guy.
See his front tires dancing there? Again, what I just said, when you get off the corner and you see those front tires kind of bounce a little bit, he's still getting good forward bite.
Up in Watkins Glen, New York, team owner Tony Stewart, no doubt getting all the reports about this weekend. The white flag is in the air, and Lasoski is just a half-mile away from backing up his 1998 Nationals win with another $125,000 payday. The dude has the J.D. Byrider colors to the wind. Here he comes. Checkered flag from Doug Clark. And Danny, the dude Lasoski, wins his second Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals. Mark Kinzer will finish second. Super run for Saldana in third. Stevie Smith in fourth. And Terry McCarl in fifth. But the Hoosier shod J.D. Byrider team is going to victory lane here in Knoxville, Iowa.
Tony Stewart, the Cardinals, been here all week. Of course, he had to go racing, so he had to leave. And big supporter of this team. And boy, I tell you, oh, look at this. Mark Kinzer stopping.
Mark Kinzer up against the wall in turn 2. Gave it all he had, but being caught behind those slower lapped machines really spelled the end of any realistic shot he had of chasing down Lasoski. So there you see the numbers and the names. Solid performances for all. But Danny Lasoski is going to be heading to victory lane yet again here on TNN. His 76th career 410 Knoxville victory. The family heading to victory lane to join him.
That's Danny's dad, George, waiting for Danny to come around.
Lots of high fives. His father, George, a Nationals rookie in 1966. It's a family that has always feasted on the dirt here in Knoxville. As soon as we come back, we will be heading down to victory lane. We'll hear from the dude as our coverage from Knoxville continues. The pictures speak volumes. There's nothing like a win at Knoxville. And the celebration, folks, it's just now beginning. Dave Argerbright with the winner of the 41st Annual Amoco Ultimate Knoxville Nationals.
Now he has two. They're trying to get these hats on him. He's going to wipe that greasy, dirty old face, but he's a happy guy. You told me earlier, boy, you just don't know what it'd feel like to win two. What's it feel like right now?
I'm telling you what, Tony Stewart, this one's for you for believing in us, all of us. J.D. Byrider, Ham America, Massey Motorsports, America Press Steel, Hoosier Tires, Eagle Chassis, Kiss Engine. These guys all deserve it. And I'll tell you what, couldn't do it without my man Jimmy Carr, because he is one hell of a good crew chief.
Looked like the car was right on. Is that right?
Oh, it was perfect. I could go anywhere I wanted to go, upstairs, downstairs. He put me at the bottom, where you know where the catfish likes to run.
on the restarts, Danny, were you relieved when you saw on the chalkboard that they had some lap cars between you and Mark?
No, well, I didn't really know how close he was. It didn't matter. I didn't ever hear anybody or see anybody. I was just running my own race.
Now you're going to start thinking about three, right?
Oh, my God. I'm tickled to death. Tell you what, I'm just tickled to death. Thank you, God. Hey.
And we congratulate you on a great run, Danny Lasoski. Eli?
Thank you, David and Danny. Congratulations to you. A super run for the Catfish. Now it's